Good morning, scientists. This is Mr. Overholt with the Winston-Salem Forsyth County School Science Department again. As we start out our video today, we're going to do another observation of the backyard. Notice that it is very cloudy. It still have stratus clouds covering the skies. Not a whole lot of breaks in that sun in there to come through. I promise you, this is not the same video that I have done the last couple days, but it does look very similar. Cloudy skies, still kind of cool. We're warming up a bit today. We're back looking at our weather data coming from Moore Elementary in the heart of Winston-Salem. We're currently sitting at 62 degrees. Our anemometer is not spinning. We don't have anything at that location. 88% humidity out there. We just saw that the clouds are still thick over top of my house. It is the same as it has looked for the last few days. I promise you that it is not the same video. We haven't received any precipitation in the rain gauge in the last 24 hours. And our air pressure has decreased. It says it is rising slowly, so I'm hoping to see some clearing skies today. So we're going to look at that one. Our weather journal, we have we can see that we are 10 degrees warmer right now than it was yesterday. Our air pressure is substantially lower, which is interesting. That we did have it clear out yesterday with it being higher. Yesterday afternoon, I did have some partly cloudy skies, but not completely covered. It had some breaks in there and see some sunshine yesterday. It was great to be outside with the kids with that one. Not having any winds at this time, not any precipitation. We still have stratus clouds, and we are warming up, but it is still calm out there this morning. We're going to look at the Weather Channel map, which has a couple of interesting things. The high pressure that we had yesterday over top of us has moved to the east and moved off into the Atlantic Ocean. I noticed that we've got a lot of L's off over here in the west, and those are because the jet stream in the westerlies are blowing those things towards us in the next couple days. This is a horseshoe-looking stationary front sitting there. I've never seen one that kind of looks like that. It's interesting. But thinking about how geography affects our weather, sitting in that spot, that is the mountains of North Carolina, Georgia, South Carolina, and Tennessee. So that's the heart of where that is. So that's part of why we're seeing that, I will bet. Um, we've got a cold front that is pushing towards us. So that's going to I think that's going to drive on out to the east as well. Yesterday, we had a warm front that went from the Kansas area all the way down through here into Florida, and that was pushing up towards us yesterday. We said that there was a warmer air behind it, and it was moving towards us. That should be bringing us warmer temperature. Let's look at the windy map that we have here. Here is our temperature. Notice that it is in the 60s. We said it was 10 degrees warmer than it was yesterday. All this area from where that warm front pushed up, that's what's got us where we are right now. Notice that down here, we in the south, we've got 80 degrees in Jacksonville, Florida, and 79 degrees in New Orleans. This is the area where that air is what's coming towards us. Notice these lines that are moving here. These lines that are moving are the way the winds are blowing. So if our wind vane is saying that we're getting about 9-mile-an-hour winds coming from the southwest, that warmer air is what's blowing up here. So it's coming from the southwest. Southwest means that it's coming from this area and blowing to the northeast. So that's blowing in at the warmer air that we have. Let's take a question. If our winds were to flip and come from the northwest, which means they're coming from Chicago, we would be getting air with the temperature of 44 degrees coming from Chicago towards us. That's almost 40 degrees difference between Jacksonville and Florida. So that would be blowing us cold air. So if that happens, we would be having colder air coming in. But right now, we're getting our winds coming from here and moving up to the north from the south, and it is causing us to warm up. So yesterday, we looked at the jet stream. So as we're looking at the winds, let's look at where our jet stream is located. We said yesterday that it was located somewhere between 7,000 and 9,000 meters, 7,000 and 10,000 meters. So I want to get in there. Here we go. We're at the 7,000. Let's see if we can jump it up just a little bit more. There we go, 9,000 meters. There's our jet stream. Is the heart of it is way up here now. Yesterday it was down right on top of us. Now it has pushed further north, and because it's the dividing line between the warm tropical air and the cold polar air, we see that the warm air is to the south of it towards the equator. That is what's pulled up because of it. So we are seeing that that jet stream has affected our weather that we have here. So as we start looking at this, one of my favorite things to do is with this is kind of march this forward. We want to know what is it going to be like for this weekend here in our area. So windy has the ability, let me take us back to the surface level, and we're going to come in here. We're just going to click this little drop down arrow, and it's going to give us our forecast for this region. So tomorrow we're looking at having some 0 degrees or 0 o'clock a.m. This is a midnight, so this is during the morning. Tomorrow we're going to be partly cloudy most of the day, but it's going to be up in the 60s, 70s, and by 6 p.m. we should be hitting 80 degrees. I don't see any precipitation there. Sunday, very similar, 6 p.m. There is a light chance of some rain that's in there, but we're back in the 70s. And then we'll start back off on Monday. We'll be in the 60s and being some more clouds. So this is what the predictions are that are coming from here. Have a great weekend. Enjoy yourself. Get outside, breathe some fresh air, not too much pollen, and enjoy yourself.